Daniel was scrolling through Craigslist late at night when an odd listing caught his eye. Free couch, first come, first served, must pick up alone. Something about the phrasing felt off. Why specify that you had to come alone? Still, a free couch was a free couch. Without overthinking it, he saved the address and grabbed his car keys. By the time he arrived, the street was eerily quiet. The house matched the uneasy feeling in his gut. Old, abandoned looking, and shrouded in darkness. The front door was slightly ajar, creaking softly in the wind. Daniel hesitated before stepping forward. "Hello?" he called. No answer. A musty smell filled the air as he cautiously entered. His foot brushed against something on the floor, a pair of old tattered shoes. They looked worn down and misplaced, as if someone had stepped out of them in a hurry. His eyes landed on the couch. It was in perfect condition. Too perfect. As he knelt to inspect it, a faint, shuffling noise came from underneath. His breath hitched. Slowly, he lifted the couch's skirt to peek underneath. Two pale eyes stared back at him. Daniel barely had time to react before a hand shot out, grabbing his ankle with an ice-cold grip. He screamed, stumbling backward, kicking frantically until the hand released him. Panting, he scrambled to his feet. The space under the couch was empty. Impossible. Then, just as he turned to flee, a voice whispered right against his ear, "You took my couch. Now I'll take your home." The next morning, a passing neighbor noticed the house's front door wide open. Concerned, they called the police. When officers arrived, they found the house completely empty, except for the couch. Beneath it, scrawled in dark, dried ink, "One more home claimed." Sarah needed extra cash, so when she saw a Craigslist ad for a high-paying babysitting job, she immediately applied. The mother greeted her at the door. "The baby is sleeping. Just watch the monitor. And one rule, do not open the bedroom door." Sarah thought it was odd, but agreed. At 1 a.m., static filled the monitor screen. Then a faint voice, "Let me out." She stared at the screen. The crib was empty. Confused, she crept toward the bedroom door, placing her ear against it. Silence. Then, a soft knock from the other side. Her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Don't open it. It's not the baby." She turned back toward the monitor. Now, the crib wasn't empty anymore. A shadow stood inside it, facing the camera. The mother arrived at dawn. "Did you open the door?" she asked, eyes dark with exhaustion. Sarah shook her head. The mother sighed in relief. "Good. The last babysitter did." Craigslist had a new ad the next day. "Babysitter wanted urgent." John was desperate for work when he found a Craigslist listing. Night shift worker needed, no experience required. The office was eerily empty. No receptionist, just a single chair in front of a one-way mirror. A voice crackled through an intercom. "Please sit. The test will begin shortly." Confused, John sat down. His reflection stared back at him. Then, it blinked. But he hadn't. His phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Get out. That's not your reflection." His stomach clenched. The reflection's mouth curled into a smile. John wasn't smiling. He shot up, pounding on the door. The intercom crackled again. "New employee acquired." 2 days later, a new Craigslist job posting appeared. Night shift worker needed, urgent. Alex found a Craigslist ad. Roommate wanted, free rent. It seemed too good to be true. The apartment was nice, and his new roommate, Greg, was quiet but friendly. The first night was normal, until Alex woke up to whispering. "He's here now." He turned on the light. The room was empty. maybe just a dream. The second night, he felt a presence watching him. In the dim glow of his alarm clock, he saw a note on his nightstand. "You are just a guest." On the third night, he felt the bed sink beside him. Cold breath brushed against his ear. "I lived here first." Alex bolted upright. The room was empty, except for Greg, standing in the doorway, smiling in the dark. Alex moved out that morning. Later, he checked Craigslist. The ad had been reposted. Roommate wanted, free rent. Mark loved collecting vintage cameras, so when he found an antique camera for cheap on Craigslist, he bought it instantly. When he developed the first photo, a dark figure appeared in the background. He didn't remember anyone being there. The second photo, it was closer. The third, it was right behind him. Panicked, he checked his phone. A new notification. New photo captured. His hands trembled as he opened it. It was his bedroom, taken just seconds ago. In the corner, a shadow stood, facing him. The next day, his phone was found on the floor. His apartment, empty. A new Craigslist ad appeared. Antique camera for sale, cheap.